Um, I'm one of those people that drink to forget, to not feel. Um, I thought I had found a solution in alcohol that it would uh, make me not remember the things that were happening during my childhood. Uh, they were the things that aren't supposed to happen to any child. And that worked for a while. And then it didn't. I would have to pay the consequences for trying not to remember, like um, being kicked out of home, being kicked out of schools, being sent to juvenile hall, um, being homeless on the streets as a young person in Los Angeles. It was pretty rough, and the consequences were um, pretty steep for me trying to just forget what my childhood was like. And um, alcohol worked until it didn't. And I stayed thinking that that was a solution for uh, years. I got sober at the age of 29 on June 19th, 2006. And I remember coming to Young People's Alcoholics Anonymous, and I felt very old already. I had been through a lot. I had been shot, stabbed, hit by a car, beaten almost to death, left for dead in Mexico. I had a very old spirit and body by the time I arrived at AA, and I just remember how welcoming everybody was. That people just grabbed me and hugged me, and I like to say how awkward it was, but deep down, it's what I needed. I hadn't been hugged in years, or people weren't smiling at me when I walked into a place, but when I came to AA, everybody was smiling and everybody wanted to shake my hand or give me a hug. And that felt really awesome. I got a sponsor and started working the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. And a lot of those issues I talked about earlier came up, and I was able to finally deal with the resentments that I had to the people who hurt me. I was able to find a solution to my alcoholism, which was getting rid of selfishness and resentment. I got a service commitment also, which kept me coming back to that home group, which allowed me to build friends that would later turn into family. And the wildest things started happening. My family in AA was never telling me the things my real family was telling me. They weren't putting me down or trying to hurt me. They were trying to build me up. They were trying to get me to get better. And here's the thing: when they didn't have a solution, they told me to seek outside help. and for some of my issues, and that really started to work for me. I could say being around young people's AA for as long as I have been, I have thousands of deep, deep relationships and family across the United States that just want the best for me. And, they turned me into the person that would want the best for others also, and that would go to any length. If you're listening to this, and whether you don't know if you should stay or go, get a sponsor, do all 12 steps, give AA a chance, because if it'll work for somebody like me, I promise it'll work for somebody like you. I have friends and family of all sorts of different backgrounds. And we all come together and like one common purpose is to help the alcoholic that still suffers. And if that is the thing that makes me a good person, the ability to reach out my hand to anybody in need, then I like that. I like being a good person now. I like being a father to my 2 sons. I show up in a positive way in their life, and I'm 47 years old. My youngest son made me a grandfather. I get to be a part of my grandson's life. I have people in my life that have been there for years, deep friendships that I appreciate. And by me saying I appreciate them means I stay sober. I take care of my issues with help from a higher power and my friends, so that I could show up for people like me and you. I'm one of those people who've been here for a while, so I think I try to keep the doors open and the lights on in our AA meeting, so when that young person walks through the door, they can see immediately that they have a place to sit, and they have people that care about them, and they have people that will sit there and listen. I think it's one of the greatest things we have to offer in AA is the ability to just listen to another person and hear them. I love my relationships that I have today. Stick around. It's worth it. I know this deep down to my heart. If it wasn't for you people, I would have missed it all. Thank you for letting me share.